bring on my next guest. He's a newbie, and I love my newbies when they come on. Get right up on that mic so everybody can hear you. I have with me Mark St. Peter. He's the owner of Patriot Flip. Welcome to the show. I want you to tell everybody first a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, so I'm the owner of Patriot Flip LLC. We're a cash home buying business here in the state of Arizona. We help homeowners looking to sell their house, and we make the process very convenient, very quick, and as smooth as possible.
Now, before you came on, you told me you are 5-star rated on Google everywhere.
That's right, yes.
And, I want to talk a little bit about this process. Obviously, as somebody that's listening, there's different types of people that you would work with, right? Let's talk about your client and who that is.
Yeah, so the most common person that we're going to be helping is someone that's going through a transition. Whether it's an inherited house, someone who's dealing with problem tenants, they're not paying the rent on time, they just got a relocation for a job, and they're looking for something that can give them certainty, especially in a market like today where it's very uncertain.
So what is, a lot of people are having trouble with selling their homes. What is a typical thing that you hear about is the most problem that they have?
The biggest problem is the uncertainty of the market right now. The market has shifted from 2020, 2021, 2022. There's a lot more homes on the market, and buyers are just being a lot more cautious at this time. So when we can give them certainty, that's the biggest thing that we can add to their
cash is king.
That's right.
Right? Okay, so there's some information I want to get out. He is statewide, and he does no obligation cash offer discovery calls. Now, what does that look like when you call them?
Yeah, from the time when a seller calls in, we're going to have a quick conversation about the property. We're going to learn a little bit more about their situation, how we can help them out. And then from that point, we're going to set up a time for us to either come out to the property in person or do a virtual walkthrough. We're going to submit an offer on their property within the first 24 hours. After they've had a second to review it and decide if it's the right thing for them, we're going to get the property in the escrow and work towards closing.
His phone number is 602-539-2399. You can check him out. It's patriotflip.com. He is also statewide. No obligation cash offer discovery calls. He's A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. I want to just go off of this for a minute because there's a lot of people that when you say they're going through a transition, with people, you got to listen up because anything can happen in a person's life.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like you said, they might get inherited a home. I'm sure that happens a lot now because most of the younger folks, they don't even want the house.
Yeah.
Used to be.
A lot of time they live out of state. They don't have the money to be able to come out to the state and get the property ready to go on the market. So that's one of our more popular people that we help.
Right. Now, when you are working with people and you say that the uncertainty in the market, right, what are we going to do about that?
Yeah, one of the most uncertain things with putting your home on today's market is just the fact that buyers have a lot more choices out there. We have more than 26,000 active listings on the market. Only about 5,000 of those are actually pending, meaning that they're getting ready to close. So only 18% of those homes are actually looking to sell. And what we can do in that situation is give them an offer that can be certain that they're going to get that number at the closing table.
So what would you say makes your business different than others then do?
Yeah, the biggest thing that we can add is that we're a local company to the state of Arizona. A lot of these companies are working on the East Coast or in Florida, and they actually never even come out to the property and see it in person. So we know what we're buying, and when we make an offer on the house, we do it with the plans of closing on it.
So let's walk through the process. Tell me how it works.
From the second that a seller is going to give us a call, we're going to have a quick conversation about what's going on, what are their goals, what's the situation, what is their desired outcome. We're going to see if we're going to be the best fit for the property. We're going to make an offer on it within that same day or within 24 hours. And yeah, it's really that smooth. We can get it in escrow and close within about 10 to 14 days.
His number again, it's 602-539-2399. 5-star rated everywhere. Check him out on his website, which is patriotflip.com. I would say call and get that no obligation cash offer discovery call that he does. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. This is an important question here. Do you only make cash offers or do you also have other options?
Yeah, so cash is really just one of the primary tools that we use, but it's not the only tool that we use. There's a lot of other ways that we can close on a house, whether through its creative solutions, taking over mortgage payments, purchasing properties through seller finance, or also known as seller carry. But if honestly, we're going to tell you what we think is the best option for your house, and if we're not the right buyer for it, we're going to tell you it might be better suited for the market.
When you come in and you take a look at everything, does it matter what the property looks like?
No, not at all. And one of the biggest questions is, do we have to clean up the house? Never. There's people that have left old cars behind for us to take off the property. So you can leave whatever you want behind. People have left us couches, TVs. It doesn't matter. If you don't have the ability to move it, you can leave it behind.
Wow. I mean, so you make it pretty easy for people.
Yeah.
The first thing is you have to have that discovery call, find out what they can do for you.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you do that over the phone when you haven't even seen the property yet?
Yeah, so one of the biggest things that we can do is do a FaceTime. You can send us a video of the property. You can, give us access to it. We have people within our company that come out to the property and walk it for us. It's really easy. We can figure it out. We're professional problem solvers is what we are.
That's funny. Well, you know what though? It's good that you're here because, a lot of people out there, like you said, they don't live in town, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they've got a house here that they don't even know what to do with. Now, maybe it's you or someone that I like to say this all the time. That's what networking is all about. And one thing I know is when somebody wants to sell their home, of course, they want the most that they can get, obviously. But sometimes it's also on the market longer than they would like.
Yep.
Sometimes you have to get out because maybe you have to leave because you're going to leave and start a job somewhere else, right?
Yeah, one of the biggest things, we help a lot of military vets and people who are actively in the military. They get, that notice that they have to move to the East Coast. They need to sell their house quick. Most of the times they've already moved out of the property and they just want a quick and easy solution. So that's a pretty common situation as well.
Check him out on the website. It's patriotflip.com. He works statewide. His phone number is 602-539-2399. 5-star rated everywhere. What is the most common mistake that homeowners make when they're trying to sell their homes?
Yeah, the most common mistake that homeowners like to make is overpricing the property from the very beginning. And it's going to be the most common reason folks can't sell their home on the market.
You think your home is a Taj Mahal when it's not necessarily to everybody else.
Exactly, yeah. Home is a special place for everyone, but at the end of the day, your home is worth what the market's willing to pay for it. So that's the best thing you can do is price the home correctly.
So let's talk about your approach. How is it different than listing with an agent?
Yeah, the biggest thing when you're hiring a real estate agent, you're hiring the agent to help you find a buyer to buy your house. When you work with us, we are your buyer, so you don't need to cause all the friction with going on the market to find a buyer because you've already found it with us.
So, the way I see it is that there's a lot of people out there that right now especially, there's people that have to sell their home. Cash is king.
Mm-hmm.
You can do other options. If someone is thinking about doing this, what would be the best first steps that they take?
The best first step that any homeowner can take is to gather information. That means calling your local real estate agent, calling your local cash home buyer, and really putting those two options together to see which one's going to be the best for you.
And so what should a seller watch out for when choosing cash?
Well, what they should watch out for when they're choosing cash or a cash home buyer is making sure they're a reputable company. There are a lot of scammers in this industry, so the biggest thing you could do is go online to check out the reviews and see what they're about.
Yeah, you better check out things because, that's the other thing. You've got to make sure that you go with a reputable company.
Exactly.
I think that's the biggest thing. He's A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, 5-star rated everywhere. What are your final words?
My final words are give us a call. We'd love to see how we can help you out and at least just have a conversation to see if we're a good fit.
I think that that's a great idea. And a lot of people out there that are listening, maybe it's you or someone that please give him a call. His phone number again is 602-539-2399. He does what he calls a no obligation cash offer discovery call, but he does offer other options as well. Again, that phone number is 602-539-2399. He's 5-star rated everywhere, statewide. Check him out on his website. It is patriotflip.com.